How'd it go in there with the fat?
This is a really interesting start to the movie. I don't know why they spent only like 10 seconds in here, though, before they show you the good opening stinger scene in a moment here.
And they found your alibi suit.
See, this isn't, it's weird. And I'm also very curious when that pops up, how true are the events, you know? Okay, now see, this is where the movie kind of starts. I question, I still like this movie. I would say it's like a solid 8.0 out of 10. Like, I really quite enjoy it. I have some issues with it, but it's a very solid movie, and I've watched it twice now. It's pretty good. And this is good. This is really good, like, opening dialogue to get you kind of, like, pull you in. It's a good opening stinger scene. I just don't know why they added that office dialogue in the beginning, but whatever.
You're safe. No one...
This is some good cinematography right here. Like, this whole cityscape, it's got a, well, it looks a little blurry, like they needed to wipe off the camera lens, but it's got a real, like, it's got a real John Wick feel to it, which unfortunately a lot of movies did that after John Wick came out. That everybody tried to do this kind of like neon glow in the dark kind of look. That one movie, Boy Kills World, that kind of did the same thing. There's a few movies that try and do that. They're trying to cop that style a little bit, which I don't have a problem with because the John Wick movies are dope, but at the same time, you know, mockery is imitation, or imitation is mockery, you know? Whereas this just has a little snippet of that, which I enjoy. And this is where the movie kind of starts. Right here in the pow. Yep, now it's a movie. At first it felt like a kind of a spy espionage type thing, but you're like, okay, now this is a fucking, like, cop killer type drama, you know? And I actually think that this is probably... Again, the editing for this movie is really, really good, but it has a couple moments where it misses. Like, I'm not sure if I agree with the opening in the office for 10 seconds before showing this stuff, but I mean, you know. Okay, the real sin here is the fucking PT Cruiser. Never mind the guys, you know, taking out a cop. Never mind that. Just this ugly-ass PT Cruiser that's still... I didn't even know those things were still around. And why would Joe Carnahan put that in a movie? Because Joe Carnahan's not an idiot. And for those of you that don't know, Joe Carnahan's the director, and he's quite skilled. And see, this is good, because you see a bunch of stuff. You see her throw the phone into the water so that they don't see. Like, this is a pretty well done scene, and I really like that shot. And that's a good opening kind of credits, whatever. But that shot of the police car rolling up in the distance, that was a great shot.
What was she chasing, you know?
And I love that this guy's just playing the same character from The Dark Knight, basically. Except he's just older and more tired, I suppose. And that motherfucker, that guy's still, I don't know how much makeup is on there, but his eyelashes have always looked ridiculous like that. I don't know if he's like a super Greek or Italian or something like that, but he's always had those eyelashes, dude. What's up, Tayana? Okay, her line delivery in a second gets a little weird.
And let's her murder.
That was good.
She was murdered. Let's keep it real. Let's keep it a bean.
See, that was a little odd to me. Like, she's like, okay, we're serious. But yeah, like, that was just an odd. I feel like that was a directing flaw, possibly, the way that she was directed, because her performance isn't bad generally, but that little like section of delivery, it just felt fucking weird. I don't know why. Oh yeah, Stephen Yeun. This is a good way to start the movie, though. If aside from like the opening stinger scene, like the action scene, that's pretty good. That's a good, like, oh shit, things are gonna get real in this movie. But this is like a nice little setup for like the fact that everybody has like a certain level of corruption. It might only be 1%, but it's like everybody's got like an agenda or a bias, and the way they portray that is really fucking expert in some of the spots in this movie, including this one. And this is perfect for Ben Affleck because I don't know if you guys have seen the memes, but Affleck's been through the ringer, and this is like the perfect like burnt out cop type of role for him to do. Because let's be honest, after dealing with Jennifer Lopez for the second time in a row, I'd be fucking tired too.
Why hasn't the world stopped?
Man, Matt Damon looks so much different. He used to be fucking Jason Bourne. He has chilled out and gone in straight dad mode since then, it looks like.
Maybe that's because the killer is a cop.
Okay. Oh, the plot starts to thicken. I like this angle. When the smoke flies out of Ben Affleck's face, that's a great cinematography angle. Yeah, right here. That's a good shot for some reason. Maybe it's just because I miss being a smoker. I don't know. Every time I see somebody smoking a cigarette, I'm like, I wish I felt and looked that cool again. But it's bad for you, so whatever.
Because Dane works for a living, like I do.
I like that also. He's like, because he works for a living. Like, that sentiment is held even outside of the movie, because Matt Damon and Ben Affleck vied for like bonuses for the crew if the movie did good. So this movie's got like a very like, hey, we're respect for blue collar people in this movie. I find very interesting because Hollywood doesn't do that very often. They do care about workers and unions because like SAG and stuff like that, but I don't know. This movie seemed like it went out of its way to, you know, be there for some of the crew members that worked on it, which is nice, you know, because they don't get nearly enough credit. And I like this dynamic is interesting too, how they like, there's different departments that get shut down and there's drama.
Steak and feed the feds a barbecue.
Yeah, see, there's multiple, it's like each department is like a different faction, and some factions die off or get dissolved or people get promoted or something, you know. That's an interesting dynamic that you don't see very often. Like different jurisdictions getting up in each other's shit.
You.
Okay, I'm with Affleck's character on this one. His little brother's being a little fucking douchebag in this scene.
Double shoulder ring you wearing there, Wild West.
Oh, this is a fun little like detail that they throw out about him.
Who's the other belong to?
They never confirm whether or not he has somebody else's gun, but the implication there is that his brother is saying, oh, what do you got, a dirty gun that's unregistered that you can commit a crime with or whatever? And he's just like, fuck you. and he just goes full Batman mode and just tosses him into the frickin' wall. Oh, it's great. Okay. Now we're cooking.
He's fighting with his brother.
Of course. I find it funny. I wonder why, because Ben Affleck's real brother, Casey Affleck, is not in the movie. I wonder why. I think it would have been cool. It would have been a Good Will Hunting reunion, and then they could have brought Cole Hauser back as one of the I don't know, one of the guys that's working the DEA or something. They could have made a whole thing about it.
I saw your brother. How'd that go?
That's funny.
Well, he's still an asshole.
Oh, so you did a thing. Oh, did you get through it okay? It looked great from a distance.
The guy became a fed so he could talk down to people, I'm convinced.
There's a lot of cops that do that. That's also a cool thing that they mess around with a lot. There's like the inner workings of the politics of each of the departments and the factions and the cartels and all that stuff. That creates so much good tension in the movie. I really like what they did with that.
Tom with an H, I have to say.
Thom. His name is Thom.
It's not fair.
Fairness is a f***ing psyop. Just living life. I've learned that. Fairness is just a myth. We can try to be fair, but it's just, at the end of the day, it's just a myth.
Believed in witches, man.
Oh, what's wrong with that?
You're the problem with the culture of the police department today.
Okay, I think that was Affleck talking about the culture of Hollywood a little bit with that little jab at like, oh, you're the problem. It's the environment you create. How toxic. I think that was him kind of shitting all over, you know. See, this is cool. This is cool. If this is what half of being a cop is, like, that seems like fun. But then, you know, you got to potentially, you know, lose a limb when you go out and, like, rip a drug house up. But, I mean, still, like, come on. This is like Dazed and Confused 20 years later when Affleck's character became a disgruntled old cop.
Heist teams are an urban fantasy.
See, that dialogue doesn't make any sense. Like, of course there's cops that do dirty operations. There's, you know, they've been exposed. Acting like it doesn't exist, like that, I don't know, that dialogue just didn't, like, track necessarily, but it's for the movie, it's for the audience, that's all right, you know. This movie's so good. It's very good to the point where I can forgive, like, some of the flaws. Like, that's the thing about good movies, is even if they have a couple of flaws, you're willing to forgive things because a performance is so good. Like, The Dark Knight is not a perfect movie, but Heath Ledger's performance is so good, and the story is so good, and the action, and, like, it's got so many good things about it that the flaws don't matter. Some of the flaws in this movie don't matter, but there's a couple editing issues that I have, especially at the end. But there's, you know, very few movies are perfect. And as far as Netflix movies go, this was probably in the upper echelon for sure. This is one of the better ones. This is kind of cool though. You don't really see a whole lot of this in movies, where you see like all these different departments kind of congregating, just chilling, you know?
They really on our ass, and I don't like it one bit.
That's what every department does. They have budgets, bro.
Oh, this is extra credit. I need Wilbur, too.
Okay, who the f*** works for extra credit? Like, you know, because as an adult, when you're a kid, extra credit is, oh, better grades, because that's how you know, that's how you negotiate with your parents to get ice cream and shit. Whereas as an adult, extra credit is extra money. So, the metaphors around here.
That's my patience fraying in real fucking time from these questions.
That sounds like something I would say when somebody is talking too much. Can you sense my fucking patience? Do you smell what I'm stepping in right now? Okay, see, right now the music's pretty good. It's not too in your face. Like this is tolerable. I'm digging this. And this is interesting how this cop kind of like he's got a very type A personality, or at least that's the way he's portrayed, whereas Ben Affleck's character is much more like loose, more like F you, I'm gonna fucking handle my shit. And to see Matt Damon's like straight-laced character with hand tattoos is really interesting. It really goes to show that like the straight-laced guy from the past was way more like upright, whereas this rough job will take so much out of you that it'll cause you to be like a more of a like a Hell's Angel almost. Not that Hell's Angels are the only ones that get tattoos, but you know what I mean. Like, you know, before the year 2010, like tattoos were not nearly as mainstream as they are now. Yeah, I would never answer the front door with all these people. Like that, these do not look like cop uniforms. I also don't deal with like, I've never met like a drug cop, so I don't know. I've met a regular cop, but not one of these like kind of ragtag groups that has to do really, really gnarly shit involving like drug houses. Also, that dog does not look like a police dog. That looks like the John Wick dog. It's like the John Wick's dog after it grew up. I would love that actually. If that was the same dog that they used in John Wick, but they used it for this, that would be dope. But the dog's way too cute to be a police dog, you know? But whatever. Everybody loves a cute dog in a movie. Let's be real.
That's your rock star name. What's your full legal name?
That's cute. Ben Affleck's character has a really good like, hey, just relax. Yeah, we're chilling. Yeah, I'm from New Jersey. What you doing there? You have a piece of shit. You ever have a meatball sub? Like, kind of like in your face but in the background kind of vibe. This is dumb.
You can say no.
And what would you say?
Why would you let her do that? Why doesn't she just say no? You know? And even if she does say no, what does that mean?
Me and we gotta go home too. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you ever do it a Friday night? Yeah, we gotta go, you know? Okay, the pushy cop shit they're about to do was kind of unnecessary, but also kind of funny.
What the guys?
They just barged their way in there. But it was unnecessary. They could have just said, okay, we're gonna unleash the dog now, and we're gonna take a look around. Thank you for signing. They could have just done that instead of being dicks about it. Like, the fact that she let them in the house is crazy to me. I would never let a police officer in my house. And I don't even do drugs. At least no real ones, anyway. Yeah, once again, maybe I'm wrong, but maybe, I don't know, maybe any dog can be a police dog, but I feel like they would have, like, Dobermans or, like, dogs that are, or German Shepherds, dogs that are specifically, like, smeller dogs that are, like, big, that can, you know, potentially get shot and, you know, take it, you know? That's what I would assume, but...
Dog doesn't alert for drugs, alerts for money.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit. See, there the music was good. It did a right after he said it, alerts for money. See, there the music was good. It's like I said, this movie is mostly solid. There's just a few points of like, there's a few weak spots. But the front lines are strong. The flanks are a little, but that's all right. Okay, see, at this point, wouldn't you, like, that's, it would be tough for me to be a cop because, like, just being the first to go into a room, that is the scariest possible shit. Like, I can't even imagine. Like, not being able to see what's through there and you know that there's some illicit, you know, activities going on. Also, this room looks like something out of a horror movie. Because it's so clean.
I don't know. Never been up there.
I don't think you actually know for sure whether or not she's telling the truth by the end of the movie. I want to say she is, but I don't remember.
You know what? I just never threw anything away.
Oh, I can connect to that. Can you tell? This is a pretty creative little, like, way to hide shit, though, I have to say. Then again, after watching Sicario, like, you can kind of tell that cartels are pretty good at, like, keeping their shit, you know, hidden. Because they have to, otherwise they wouldn't be able to accomplish so many, you know, terrible things. Also, by the way, this would be f***ing nuts, and I don't know if I wouldn't take it. Yeah, this looks like the house from Fight Club. That place looks like a dump. Also, I love this conversation because they're continuously talking, and there's just nothing but, there's dust coming down like every 5 seconds, just like adding on to the tension. It's great.
I saw the look on your face and you were shocked.
Okay, they're saying a little bit too much with that. They could be stonewalling her a little bit more right now. But that's just me. I'm picky, but I like this movie. But even regardless of how good this movie is, it could always be a little bit better. So I'm like, oh, could you have done that? Could you have done that? Because I have nothing better to do.
And they have great food, too.
This is great.
They do.
They do.
But they don't hide it in the wall.
Yeah, you Colombians got great food. You don't hide it in the wall, though. So what's going on?
This is my grandmother's house, remember?
Oh.
Her estate is still in probate.
Ooh. Bitch slapped.
That's pretty slick, Desi.
Isn't it?
Who gave you that loophole?
I like that they're just like, okay, that's fine. But who did it? Like, we know there's somebody else behind it. Like, what are you not telling us?
Lawyer fees.
Again, the movie mentions the theme of, you know, not being able to afford things and how important it is and how it affects people and drives people to do certain things. I think that's the main, like, kind of morality tale within the film for the most part. Oh, this is good right here when he explains his tattoos.
AWTGG.
This is good.
Are we the good guys?
This is a good, proper question.
Do you need validation that you're a good guy?
Oh, this is great. He doesn't f***ing say anything. He just looks at her like, I'll f***ing destroy you. Don't you dare ask that question. I know I'm a good guy.
How about the other one?
We are and always will be.
Wonderful. When he reveals whose words those are at the end of the movie, great. Great performance. And great writing.
Oh no. But it looks big.
That's what she said. Yeah, I do not know what the f*** I would do if I ever found that.
There's $1.4 million in this bucket.
Holy shit. What must be going through your mind when you find something like that? Like, I can't even imagine. Also, is that, like, the biggest rip ever? Like, what is the record for the biggest, like, cash rip they've ever found? And where's the weirdest place? Like, did they ever hide it in, like, a, I don't know, like a radio, in, like, on top of a radio tower somewhere? Like, I'm curious. Like, how many different hiding places can they do that?
Burners, 33s.
have burners.
What's a 33? Burners and 33s. Curious. Is that another word for flip phone?
Yes, give me your phone.
He's like, hand over them digits, bitch.
Situation here. I'm trying to get a handle on it.
Okay, relax. Calm your tone, and maybe we'll believe you.
Harder for a bullet to travel through cinder block, that's why.
Damn.
It's exactly like that. Please, just get it done.
That's fucked up and scary. Like, hey, we got to count this money, but there's a chance we might get shot at while we're doing it. That's wild to me.
Gotta tighten our up. We gotta close ranks.
This is great. It's like the angels from Dogma are about to get into another argument.
My ex crucified me over, boss. Please, just a quick.
Okay, see, then don't have this job, dude. Like, why?
But you gotta let me get my head around this, please.
See, this is what, you know what? If you're gonna have kids, it's tough. If you're a cop and you have kids, that's gotta be fucking tough, dude. Because there's situations that are, like, just terrible to deal with, man. And the risks.
Run your crime scene, but I don't know what you're doing.
All right, Loki, the angels.
Before this goes really bad for all of us.
That's a harrowing line, and the music is quite good right now, also. Okay, this is a good shot, and I like the cinematography. I like how symmetrical it is, but it's just so creepy. Like, why is the car driving so slow? Why don't they just... Is that to build... I feel like that's just to build tension. I feel like that's just for the movie, and I'm being a little too realistic about it.
Could you cut your light bar?
Okay, why is this so tense already? Like, if these guys didn't want to give themselves away, you just turn it off. You're like, yeah, man, no problem. Like, why would they not be a little bit more chill? Again, I like this movie a lot, but just, you know, we're picking it apart.
We didn't get a heads up about this.
No, you didn't. There's a reason, bitch.
Do you see the gold shield around my neck?
Bitch.
We can't afford what you charge to keep a secret.
Okay, why... I question whether or not he might say that out loud. To, like, you know, exacerbate the situation.
You don't know me.
Okay, again, could they be a little less obvious? These characters are very obvious, but I feel like it's okay, though, because, like, the next half hour is more tense as a result of this scene. Especially that. It's an effective scene. I just question the logic of, like, the way that they acted. And why are they turning their lights off after they back up? Like, they're basically just warning them, you know? It's just, the logic is a little,
What was in there? We smoked already.
Also, this dialogue is pretty good, because he's just like, look, if anybody had a clue what we were digging up, we'd have had our heads chopped off by now. Like,
Let's vest up, get a vest on the dog.
that's wild. Once again, I wonder how often they actually have to, like, vest up and get ready to potentially have, like, a hit squad come out after, you know, anytime they're doing a bust like this. Like, how often does that happen, really? That's a good shot. I like that shot of her just kind of standing in the sunlight, getting ready to, like, go through with whatever she's going through, you know? That's a good shot. And it showed, and I like that juxtaposition, because it showed Affleck's character doing kind of the same thing, a little bit. Getting ready to do what they gotta do, you know?
But what the f*** are we doing?
I like Steven Yeun's character. In some of these moments, he's just like, yeah, okay, this is cute. Why the fuck how are we alive right now?
Chill, no, cálmate. Do you...
All he did was just stand up straight after she told him to chill, and she's like, okay. One look. That's how you know Steven Yeun's a good actor. Just one look, one stand up, and you can already tell he's in. You know what he looked like? He looked like he was in Caesar mode from Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. when he kind of stands up and everybody shuts up, you know?
Yeah, smart.
That's a good little character moment. Matt Damon's character is willing to take advice and say, "Oh, okay, all right, let's do that. We'll adapt. We'll do that."
Please understand, it's not panic, it's just precaution.
I'm gonna say that from now on. anytime I'm in a situation, I'm like, it's not panic, it's just precaution.
Tech 9.
Tech 9. Speaking of, if you don't like Tech 9, you can get the f out of my country, because Tech 9 rules. Arguably the best rapper of all time. Totally off topic, but I don't care.
I was gonna be here for 2 days, so anything unlabeled, just count.
Once again, is this how they handle a money count? Do they take the big bags and just assume they're correct, or how do they do that? This movie has a pretty good pace. Like every few minutes, there's at least something new that pops up. You know what I mean? And in a couple minutes here, you find out something about her character. So this, again, pretty decently paced film.
You've never seen the people.
No, never.
That's the best way that's plausible deniability you could ask for. I like how this movie raises a question and then it doesn't answer it till later, but it raises another question in the meantime, and this continues to happen. Again, this movie is very, very solid. Writing is pretty strong. Hey everybody, thank you so much for sticking around and watching the entire video. If you'd like to buy the full, unedited, uncensored audio track that I made for this movie, currently that is available on my Patreon. The link for that is down in the description. And if you'd like to follow me everywhere else, the links for that will also be down in the description. Thank you for sticking around this long, and I'll catch you on the next one.